Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Yes.
Sri Lanka is an island off the southeast coast of India with a population of nearly 19 million people. Unlike India, its people are predominantly Buddhist. Sri Lanka's people and economy have suffered greatly as a result of the bloody fighting between the Tamils of the far north and the Sinhalese. But the recent peace agreements earlier this year have brought about inspiring newspaper images of children playing in abandoned military checkpoints across the country, a sign of the growing confidence in a peaceful future for Sri Lanka. I decided to visit Sri Lanka as a representative of the Sangha Foundation to document the completion of a rural well, built with funds donated by the foundation. The Sangha Foundation grew from the desire of students of Tao Shiatsu throughout the world, with Japanese shiatsu master Ryoku Endo, to give to others. Rather than a concrete organization, consider the Sangha Foundation an expression of anyone's desire to give. Amongst many other projects reaching from Israel to New Zealand, its initial vision in Sri Lanka is to build freshwater wells in 5 remote villages where the need is the greatest. Two weeks prior to leaving for Sri Lanka, the Tao Shiatsu students in Kyoto ran a lottery to raise additional money for the well project and offer the gift of sharing the journey to another person. Thanks to email connecting the world, we promptly received 135 entries from 7 countries, including people unassociated with Tao Shiatsu. The winner, Ms. Miyazaki from Kyoto, was unable to make this trip, so she generously offered the opportunity to the second drawn person. And as a result, Buzz Rainbow Wolf from Australia joined me in Sri Lanka. Travelling by 4-wheel drive, we jolted our way through distant towns and along dirt roads to the remote village of Badaragala, site of the first completed well, a few hours southeast of Colombo, the capital. On arrival, we were greeted warmly by the priests of the village and a throng of curious children and their families from the surrounding villages. I was discovering that Buddhism is very much a central and active part of daily life in Sri Lanka, true for over 80% of the population. The temples serve as centres of village activity, and the priests play a pivotal role in facilitating the links with foreign visitors. I spoke with the government-nominated supervisor of the well project in Sri Lanka, Mr. Gamini Amara Singh, about the establishment of the well site and the impact on the villagers, who derive their income primarily from labour work on the surrounding rubber plantation, where, on a good day, they can earn up to $1 a day.
They are, finding it very, very difficult to find water for their drinking and bathing purposes. So I reached up the area of this village and I told him there's a thing like this, if I can provide this service to the villagers, and he also willingly agreed. And yes, I went with him and found this site to construct the well. It's really beneficial. And the families who are living there, and you may have observed the people gathered there. They are not so rich. They are from very, poor families, and they are earning their day-to-day living by doing labor work.
In the village temple, we knelt and bowed our heads before the priests, taking part in a ceremony of thanks. The priests chanted as they tied a thin strand of white cotton around our wrists, bestowing on us a blessing of good health. Driving deeper into the interior, we soon arrived at the remote village of Godagampola, site of a proposed well. Surrounded by a tea plantation, the current site is used by villagers for washing clothes, bathing, and collecting drinking water. The nearby school has 145 students and only 4 teachers. The remote location attracts few teachers, and government-supplied textbooks are often delayed in arriving. Education is greatly valued in Sri Lanka, reflected in the high literacy rate. Free from kindergarten to university, school children in spotless white government-supplied uniforms are a common sight, even in these remote areas. Only the children's footwear or lack of reveal the hardships they face outside of school. The majority of these children will not continue school beyond grade 6 or 7, destined to become labourers like their parents on local rubber or tea plantations. In spite of their hardships, the local people provided an unexpectedly warm welcome, waving us on to the schoolroom for welcome speeches and a traditional dance performed by the students. Many of the people that I know in Japan, friends, students, people in a shiatsu group, Tao shiatsu group that I am a part of and the reason I'm here, and friends and family in Australia are all very excited and interested in the results of a video that we're making in Sri Lanka to help make people more aware of what's happening in Sri Lanka and to encourage them to help support. And I think my feeling is that it's going to be very powerful. Often people just need an excuse, a reason to give, and this, for example, here is a very worthwhile place to give. Acting on the decision to visit Sri Lanka, taking the time to meet the people of the villages and the people involved in the well projects, has left me with a profound feeling of gratitude. From the moment I was met by the Amara Singh family at the airport, to the cascade of gleaming smiles flowing freely at the well sites, I was moved by the Sri Lankan people's presence in the moment, despite their hardships. I'm thankful for the opportunity given to me to be able to participate in a project that provides a practical and necessary resource, giving immediate benefits to a village of people. Knowing that the children I met so briefly will be singing instead of hauling water helps me appreciate the very real and significant impact these wells will have on their lives.
They were so enthusiastic. It obviously meant a great deal to them. They were just overflowing with gratitude for what the foundation had done for them, and it was just a beautiful thing to be a part of. You know, even from my experience, it was great, and having the contact with the local people and the children was just something that really touched me, and I feel so full in my heart from this experience.
Welcome to the town of Dalua.